Your cat just licked a piece of chocolate off the counter, and you have no idea if that moment just became an emergency. This happens more often than you think. A cat jumps up while you are not looking. A piece of chocolate falls on the floor. A curious paw reaches toward your dessert plate. And most cat owners in that moment do one of two things. They either panic completely, or they think it was just a tiny amount, it will be fine, and move on. Both reactions can be wrong, and by the end of this video, you will know exactly what is happening inside your cat's body when chocolate enters the picture, including the detail that veterinarians say most owners find genuinely shocking. Stay with me, because there is one piece of information near the end of this video that changes how you think about chocolate and cats forever, and it involves something that seems completely harmless. Let's start with what chocolate actually contains.
Chocolate comes from cacao, and cacao contains two compounds that are the real problem: theobromine and caffeine. For humans, these are stimulants. We process them relatively efficiently. Our liver breaks them down and moves them through our system within hours. A cat's liver works completely differently. Cats metabolize theobromine extremely slowly. What takes a human a few hours to process can stay active in a cat's system for over 17 hours. That is not a small difference. That is a biological gap so wide that the same substance that gives you a pleasant afternoon energy boost can push a cat's heart and nervous system toward a dangerous overload. And here is where it gets really interesting.
Theobromine works by blocking a specific receptor in the body that regulates how cells respond to stimulation. In humans, blocking this receptor for a few hours creates a mild, pleasant effect. In cats, blocking it for 17 or more hours means the heart rate keeps climbing. The nervous system stays overstimulated, the muscles cannot relax, and the kidneys struggle to clear the compound fast enough. That is not an allergic reaction. That is a fundamental incompatibility between a specific chemical and a specific biology. Now, here is something most people do not know. Not all chocolate is equally dangerous, and understanding the difference matters enormously if you are ever in a situation where your cat has eaten some. Dark chocolate and baking chocolate contain the highest concentrations of theobromine. A relatively small amount of dark chocolate can cause serious symptoms in a medium-sized cat. Milk chocolate contains less theobromine, but is still dangerous in sufficient quantities. White chocolate contains almost negligible amounts of theobromine because it is made from cocoa butter rather than cocoa solids. But here is the important detail. Almost negligible is not the same as safe. And cocoa butter still contains some level of the compound. So what does toxicity actually look like in a cat? The symptoms follow a progression. In the early stages, usually within the first 2 to 4 hours after ingestion, you might see restlessness, increased thirst, vomiting, or diarrhea. Your cat may seem agitated or unable to settle. The heart rate begins to elevate. If the amount ingested was significant and no treatment is given, the symptoms can progress. Muscle tremors can begin. The heart rhythm can become irregular. In severe cases, seizures can occur. The kidneys can come under serious stress. And here is something that catches a lot of owners completely off guard. A cat can appear completely normal for the first hour or even 2 after eating chocolate. The symptoms are not always immediate, so an owner watches their cat walk away from the chocolate looking perfectly fine, decides there is no problem, and goes back to their evening. Meanwhile, the theobromine is being absorbed, slowly, steadily, and the clock is starting. By the time symptoms appear, the compound is already deep in the cat's system, and that delay is one of the most dangerous aspects of chocolate toxicity in cats. Because the window for the most effective veterinary intervention is often during the period when the cat looks completely fine, most people stop here and think, okay, I will just watch my cat and see if anything happens. Do not make that mistake. If your cat has eaten chocolate, especially dark chocolate or baking chocolate, the right move is to contact a veterinarian or pet poison helpline immediately. Not after symptoms appear, before, because a vet can assess the amount, the type of chocolate, and your cat's body weight to determine the actual risk level. And in cases where intervention is needed, early action makes an enormous difference in outcome. Now here comes the part that genuinely surprises most cat owners. Cats are actually far less likely to seek out chocolate than dogs. Dogs are notorious for eating chocolate because they are attracted to sweet flavors. Cats, however, lack the taste receptor for sweetness entirely. They cannot taste sweet at all. So a cat that approaches chocolate is not craving the flavor. It is responding to the fat content, the smell, or simply the curiosity of investigating something new on the counter. That distinction matters for prevention, because it means the risk of chocolate exposure for cats is almost always environmental rather than behavioral. The cat is not seeking it out. The cat is encountering it because it was left accessible, which means prevention is almost entirely in your hands. And this brings us to the single most effective thing you can do as a cat owner. Do not leave chocolate unattended in spaces your cat can access. That sounds simple, but it requires thinking about your cat's actual physical capabilities, not just obvious surfaces. Cats can reach counters, shelves, tables, and bags left on chairs. If chocolate is somewhere your cat could theoretically get to, it is not safe. This is especially important during holidays. Halloween, Easter, Christmas, and Valentine's Day are the periods when veterinary poison hotlines report the highest volume of calls about cats and chocolate. Because these are the times when chocolate is most abundant in homes and most likely to be left in accessible places. Here is one final thing worth knowing. There is no antidote to theobromine toxicity in cats. Treatment is supportive. Vets work to limit absorption, manage symptoms, and support the heart and nervous system while the compound clears the system. The outcome depends heavily on how much was ingested, how quickly treatment began, and the individual cat's health. That is why early action matters more than anything else in this situation. So let's close the loop on everything we covered. Chocolate contains theobromine. Cats cannot process it efficiently. The compound stays in their system far too long and overstimulates the heart and nervous system. The danger level varies with the type of chocolate, but no chocolate is truly safe. Symptoms can be delayed, which makes early contact with a vet critical, and prevention means keeping chocolate in places your cat genuinely cannot reach. If this video helped you understand something you did not fully know before, share it with another cat owner.
Because most of the people who end up in a chocolate emergency with their cat did not know the mechanism behind the danger. They just knew it was bad without understanding why. And understanding why is what actually changes behavior. Stay with the channel. We keep breaking down the science behind cat health in ways that are honest, clear, and genuinely useful for the people who care most about their cats.